The first day was probably the toughest, saying goodbye to my family, my job, my village. I didn't know where I would go or when I would return. In March 2020, I started cycling from my home in the Netherlands. The only fixed plan I had was to take the ferry from Denmark to Iceland. But when Denmark closed its borders in response to the coronavirus outbreak, I had to improvise, and I took the ferry to Sweden. I followed the coast to Stockholm, then made a U-turn south. I went bike rafting in Gothenburg and cycled for weeks through Sweden's immense forests. In the remote, snow-covered highlands, I met the reindeer, and I became one with nature. After crossing the wilderness road, I finally made it into Norway. The beauty of the mountains and fjords on the Norwegian coast is beyond words. I made an epic 15-hour hike, climbing 7 mountain peaks in one day, before cycling on to Lofoten. The days never seemed to end above the Arctic Circle. Cycling and camping under the midnight sun was an incredible experience. I cycled as far north as the road goes, to North Cape, and I started dreaming of cycling to Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. In Finland, I swam in the lakes, fought mosquitoes, and handpicked my daily breakfast. From Helsinki, I took the ferry to Tallinn and cycled on bumpy washboard roads through the Baltic countries. In Poland, I saw the last remaining primeval forest in Europe, and after exactly half a year on the road, I met my sister in Krakow. I nearly got blown from the mountain by gale force winds in southern Slovakia, but that scary experience didn't keep me from going back into the Carpathian Mountains in Romania. Despite many travel restrictions, I was able to cycle freely through 13 European countries. Now I'm about to leave Europe. Turkey, here I come.
My first day in Turkey, cycling here on a beautiful gravel road in the hills. Not a single cloud in the sky. I'm already loving Turkey.
While the sake of my name pours forth the only fortune I've gained and calls me on into the sun, onward into the sun. Just a bird with a broken wing, longing to fly. They've stretched every highway this poor boy could drive. At home with the ground
Hi there,
I found
everything okay?
across the
Oh,
plains and
you got big hair.
back again. On into the sun.
Already the second flat tire of the day. Just came down a bit too fast from this little hill here and I hit a rock really hard. I just almost fell. But yeah, Like within a second my tire was flat.
Ain't I got a fortune in nearing my end? And I think of my family and all of my friends. But the highway is ended, my keys handed in. I've mended my broken wing. My soul begins to call me on into the sun, on into the sun, on into the sun,
The route from the border to Istanbul is very much off-road, but I love the quiet gravel tracks along the Black Sea coast. It reminds me of cycling through the dunes on the Dutch coast, except here in Turkey the roads are never flat.
Yesterday evening I came down here already when it was dark, looking for a camp spot, and it just so muddy, so steep. It was raining yesterday as well, and I couldn't avoid it. I fell down, I think, around this corner here. Everything mud and dirty.
After this last push through the mud, I see the Bosporus for the first time. I have made it to Istanbul. I take the ferry to cross the Bosporus, and I later realize that by crossing this strait I have entered into Asia for the first time in my life. Being the gateway to the east, Istanbul has always been a special destination for me, with its landmark mosques and squares that are known all over the world.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Taksim Square, heart of Istanbul. So nice to finally made it to this place. Amazing.
I spent 2 weeks exploring this giant metropole before leaving Istanbul and continuing my journey to explore the rest of Turkey. On the ferry to Yalova, on the south side of the Marmara Sea, I get to enjoy a beautiful sunset, a mere prelude to the many spectacular landscapes that Turkey was about to show me.
Good morning and welcome to this beautiful, beautiful camping spot here. Behind that peninsula there, it's Istanbul. I left Istanbul about 3 days ago, and I've been cycling now along the coast, and I will follow the sea, the Aegean coast, all the way south towards Izmir, Antalya. It's around the 1st of December now, so winter is coming. It's already really cold in the inlands of Turkey, so I will just cycle along the coast, hopefully have amazing weather like today, and many, many more beautiful, beautiful camping spots like this one. Doesn't get much better, really.
mystery to me. We have agreed with which we have agreed. And you think you have to want more than you need. Until you have it all, you won't be free. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. When you want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. 'Cause when you have more than you think, you need more space. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me.
Don't think I've ever been in an area with so much olive trees. Just everywhere. The hills are absolutely covered with olive trees.
There's those thinking more or less is more. But if less is more, how you keeping score? It means for every point you make, your level drops. Kinda like you're starting from the top, and you can't do that. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, have mercy on me. I hope you're not angry if I disagree. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without.
So, got the fire started. I'll have it wait here, put up the tent in the meanwhile, and then we're gonna make a nice snack for tonight. So, what am I gonna make tonight? Roasted chestnuts. So before we put them in the fire, we make a cut in the peel so that the heat can get inside and get the peel loose from the inner fruit. This one looks ready. You have to take the peel off rather quickly when you take them out of the fire, otherwise it gets sticky again to the fruit. And these, so delicious. What a beautiful owl. Must have been killed by a passing truck here. So this is the owl that I found dead on the side of the road. It's a beautiful feathers. Look at its big claws and its nice eyes. But seeing these dead animals on the side of the road makes me realize what we have been doing to our planet. In the last 50 years we have killed almost 70% of all wildlife on the planet in just 50 years. And in the same 50 years the human population has doubled. I think if we are continuing on this same rate, we're going to be soon out of wildlife at all on this planet. And I think humans think that they can live without nature, without animals, without plants that we have grown beyond nature, but I don't think we can. In the end, we ourselves are part of nature. Morning.
And that water is so pure, I'm gonna make sure Daddy's grandkids can swim there like you. Now we all ought to feel just a little bit guilty when we look into the eyes of our kids. 'Cause brother, it's a fact, if we take and not put back, they'll have to pay for all we did. So let's leave some blue up above us. Let's leave some green on the ground. It's only us to borrow. Let's leave some for tomorrow. Leave it and pass it on down. So let's leave some blue up above us. Let's leave some green on the ground. It's only us to borrow. Let's save some for tomorrow. Leave it and pass it on down.
I'm here on Anzac Beach, and in 1915 tens of thousands of mostly Australian and New Zealand troops came ashore here on this Gallipoli peninsula, and their aim was to defeat the Turks and gain hold of this peninsula and open a way on the Dardanelles Strait to get passage to Istanbul and through Russia, and to open a second front against the Germans there. But unfortunately the Turks fought stronger on the ridges here, and they were defeated, and by the end of December 1915 all the troops were evacuated from this island, and eventually it came at a cost of tens of thousands of mostly Australian and New Zealand troops.
One of the military leaders on the Turkish side was a man named Mustafa Kemal, who would later become the first president of Turkey, Atatürk, father of Turks.
Way down on Music Road, is there anyone you know who might lend a helping hand? 'Cause I could stand a better show. Hard traveling down the road, feeling bad, boys, I'm feeling low. Well, night after night, show after show, so many kind faces we'll never know. Hard traveling down the road, feeling bad, boys.
Found this small shed just in time. It was raining really hard.
Over by the window, laying on the couch. Well, I'll toss and turn a stranger in someone else's house. Hard traveling down the road, feeling bad, boys, I'm feeling low.
I kid you not, almost haven't had a single flat kilometer in Turkey. I think it's by far the most mountainous country I've cycled through.
Well, good whiskey never holds you like a good girl can. When the nights get long, it can be your only friend. Hard traveling down the road, feeling bad, boys, I'm feeling low. I'm feeling bad, boys, I'm feeling low.
If you would also like to support my cycling around the planet adventure, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you on the next episode as I go further and higher into the Turkish mountains.